Have you ever stopped to wonder what exactly you're eating when you take a bite of broccoli? It might surprise you to learn that broccoli isn't just a vegetable, it's actually a flower. Yes, that's right. Every time you eat broccoli, you're munching on a cluster of tiny, unopened flower buds. It's almost like having a bouquet on your plate, but instead of putting it in a vase, you get to enjoy it as a delicious and nutritious meal. If you look closely at the green tree-like part of broccoli, you'll notice it's made up of hundreds of tiny, tightly packed buds. These are the flower buds that haven't opened yet. Each little bump is a potential flower, just waiting for the right moment to bloom. But when we harvest broccoli for eating, we pick it before those buds have a chance to open. That's why the broccoli you see in stores or on your dinner table is always green and compact. If you leave broccoli growing in the garden for too long, something magical happens. Those tight green buds start to loosen and open up, revealing delicate yellow flowers. It's a beautiful transformation, but it also means the broccoli is past its prime for eating. Once the flowers bloom, the texture changes, and the flavor becomes stronger, sometimes even a bit bitter. That's why farmers and gardeners keep a close eye on their broccoli plants, making sure to harvest them at just the right time. Broccoli is a favorite vegetable in kitchens all around the world. From bustling farmers markets to grocery stores in different countries, you'll find fresh broccoli being sold year-round. It's a staple in many diets, loved for its versatility and health benefits. Whether you're in Italy, China, the United States, or India, chances are you'll find broccoli featured in local dishes. People enjoy broccoli in so many different ways. You might find it raw and crunchy in a salad, lightly steamed as a side dish, tossed into a sizzling stir-fry, or simmered in a hearty soup. Some even blend it into smoothies or bake it into casseroles. Its mild flavor and satisfying crunch make it a perfect addition to all kinds of meals, from quick lunches to fancy dinners. But broccoli isn't just tasty, it's also packed with nutrients that are great for your body. It's loaded with vitamins like vitamin C and vitamin K, as well as fiber, antioxidants, and minerals such as iron and potassium. Eating broccoli regularly can help support your immune system, keep your bones strong, and even protect your heart. No wonder nutritionists often call it a superfood. Of course, not everyone is a fan right away. Kids sometimes wrinkle their noses at broccoli, maybe because of its strong flavor or unique texture. But as people grow up, many come to appreciate its taste and the way it pairs with other foods. In fact, plenty of adults absolutely love broccoli, and it often becomes a family favorite at mealtime. So next time you see broccoli on your plate, think of it as nature's bouquet, a beautiful, edible arrangement that's as good for you as it looks. It's a reminder that the foods we eat often have fascinating stories and hidden wonders behind them. But remember, timing is everything when it comes to harvesting broccoli. If you want the best flavor and texture, you have to pick it before those buds start to open. Once the flowers bloom, the broccoli changes, and it's not quite the same. That's why gardeners and farmers pay close attention to their broccoli plants, checking them every day as harvest time approaches. They look for the perfect moment, when the buds are still tight and green, but just about to burst open. It's a delicate balance, but getting it right means you'll have the freshest, tastiest broccoli to enjoy at your next meal. So the next time you eat broccoli, remember, you're enjoying a flower that never got the chance to bloom. Broccoli wasn't always something you'd find on our dinner plates. Way back, wild cabbage grew around the Mediterranean area. Farmers in ancient Rome started choosing plants with special traits, and over time, they developed a bunch of vegetables from wild cabbage, including broccoli. The Romans actually loved broccoli. They cooked it in all kinds of ways, even serving it with wine and spices. It was important in their diet because it grew well in their climate. Broccoli's name comes from the Italian word broccolo, which means the flowering crest of a cabbage. It's a cousin to cauliflower, kale, and Brussels sprouts. All these veggies, believe it or not, started out as wild cabbage. Broccoli didn't make its way to the United States right away. Italian immigrants brought broccoli seeds to America in the early 1900s. At first, a lot of Americans just didn't know what to do with this strange green vegetable. But over time, broccoli started popping up more in American gardens and grocery stores. In the 1920s and 30s, farmers in California began growing large fields of broccoli. People learned how healthy broccoli is and, honestly, started eating more of it. Today, broccoli is one of the most popular vegetables in the US. It's easy to find, and a lot of folks even grow it in their backyards. It really has become an American favorite. Broccoli likes cool weather, that's for sure. It grows best in spring and fall. If things get too hot, broccoli can stop growing or start to flower too soon. If you live somewhere with cold winters, you'll want to plant broccoli in early spring. You can also plant seeds in late summer for a fall harvest. In warmer areas, broccoli actually grows well in fall and even winter. The key is to avoid the hottest part of the year. Broccoli just doesn't like high heat. By growing it in the cool seasons, you'll get bigger, tastier heads. So, there are actually many types of broccoli out there. The most common one is called calabrese. It has a big green head and a strong stalk. Yeah, that's the kind you usually see in most grocery stores. Another type is called sprouting broccoli. Instead of one big head, it grows lots of small heads. This kind is honestly really good for home gardens because you can harvest it many times. Some new varieties are even made for small spaces or containers, which is just perfect if you have, say, a tiny garden or just a balcony. Just remember to read the seed packet carefully to choose the right type for your space. Okay, so, to give your broccoli a strong start, it's best to begin the seeds indoors. Starting your seeds inside gives you much more control over the growing environment, which is especially helpful if you live in a region with unpredictable weather or a short growing season. By planting indoors, you can get a head start on the season, ensuring your broccoli plants are strong and healthy by the time they're ready to go outside. Plus, it's a fun and rewarding process to watch your seeds sprout and grow right in your own home. First, fill a seed tray or a few small pots with some seed starting mix. Seed starting mix is specially formulated to be light and fluffy, which helps young roots grow easily and prevents them from getting waterlogged. If you don't have seed starting mix, you can use a high-quality potting soil, but avoid using garden soil, as it can be too dense and may contain pests or diseases that could harm your seedlings. Make sure to fill the trays or pots almost to the top and gently tap them to remove any large air pockets. Level the surface with your hand or a small tool so the seeds will have an even place to grow. Then, go ahead and plant the seeds about ½ an inch deep. You can use your finger or the end of a pencil to make small holes in the soil. Drop 1 or 2 seeds into each hole and then gently cover them with soil. Don't press down too hard, just enough to make sure the seeds are snug and covered. If you're using a seed tray, try to space the seeds about 1 inch apart so each seedling has enough room to grow without crowding its neighbors. After that, water them gently, just enough so the soil is nice and moist. It's important not to overwater at this stage, as soggy soil can cause the seeds to rot before they have a chance to sprout. The best way to water is with a spray bottle or a watering can with a fine spout, so you don't disturb the seeds. If you're unsure, check the soil with your finger. It should feel damp, but not soaking wet. Now, place the tray in a bright spot, like a sunny window, because broccoli seeds really need both light and warmth to sprout. A south-facing window is ideal, as it gets the most sunlight during the day. If you don't have a sunny window, you can use a grow light to provide the necessary light for your seedlings. Make sure the light source is close to the tray, about 2 to 4 inches above the soil, so the seedlings don't get leggy as they reach for the light. The ideal temperature is around 65 to 75 degrees Fahrenheit, or about 18 to 24 degrees Celsius. Keeping the temperature in this range will help your seeds germinate quickly and evenly. If your home is cooler, you can place a heat mat under the seed tray to gently warm the soil. Just be careful not to let it get too hot, as extreme temperatures can slow down or even stop germination. In about 7 to 10 days, you'll see little green sprouts popping up. This is always an exciting moment. As soon as you see the first signs of life, make sure your seedlings are getting plenty of light. If they start to look tall and spindly, it means they're stretching for more light, so move them closer to the window or adjust your grow light. Just remember to keep the soil moist but not soggy. Check the soil every day, especially if your home is warm or dry. If the top of the soil feels dry to the touch, give it a light misting or a gentle watering. Consistent moisture is key for healthy root development, but too much water can lead to problems like mold or root rot. Once your plants have 2 sets of leaves, they're ready to move outdoors. These leaves are called true leaves and they look different from the first tiny leaves that appear. And at this stage your seedlings are strong enough to handle the transition to the garden. Before transplanting, it's a good idea to harden off your plants by gradually exposing them to outdoor conditions over a week. This helps them adjust to sunlight, wind, and cooler temperatures, giving them the best chance to thrive once they're planted outside. And that's how you start broccoli seeds indoors for a healthy, productive garden. Before you move your young broccoli plants outside, they need a little time to get used to the weather, a process called hardening off. So, take the trays outside for a few hours each day and gradually increase the time over the course of a week. When the weather feels just right, dig holes in your garden or raised bed, making sure each hole is as deep as the roots and about 18 inches apart. Place each plant in a hole and gently press the soil around it. After transplanting, give the plants a good drink of water to help them settle in, and make sure the spot you choose gets plenty of sunlight. Broccoli really loves rich, healthy soil, so before you plant, mix in some compost or aged manure to give the plants plenty of food to grow strong. Keep the soil moist, but not too wet. Watering deeply once or twice a week is usually just right. It's important not to let the soil dry out, especially when the heads are forming. Also, give your plants plenty of space. If they're too close together, the heads will end up small. You can add a little bit of fertilizer every few weeks to help the plants grow big and green. When it comes time to harvest your broccoli, the first thing you want to look for is a firm, dark green head right in the center of your broccoli plant. This central head is the main prize of your broccoli growing efforts, and it's important to catch it at just the right moment for the best flavor and texture. Take a close look at the head. Notice how the florets are tightly packed together, and the color is a deep, vibrant green. This is a sign that your broccoli is at its peak and ready to be picked. The buds should be nice and tight, without any yellow flowers showing. If you see even a hint of yellow, it means the broccoli is starting to bolt or go to flower, which can make the taste more bitter and the texture less appealing. So, keep a close eye on your plants as they mature, checking them every day or two once the heads start to form. The window for perfect harvest can be short, so don't wait too long. When it's ready, use a sharp, clean knife to cut the main head off the plant. Make your cut about 5 to 6 inches below the head, leaving a few inches of stalk attached. This not only makes the head easier to handle, but it also encourages the plant to keep producing. Try to cut at a slight angle to help water run off the stalk, which can prevent rot and disease from setting in. After you cut the main head, don't pull up the plant. The magic of broccoli is that it keeps on giving. The plant will actually start growing smaller side shoots, which look like mini versions of the main head. These side shoots will pop up around the base and along the stem, and you can pick them as they mature over the next several weeks. This means your broccoli harvest can last much longer than just one picking, giving you a steady supply of fresh, homegrown broccoli. That means you get even more broccoli from each plant. With just a few plants, you can fill a basket with beautiful, nutritious broccoli heads and side shoots. It's incredibly rewarding to see your harvest pile up, knowing you grew it all yourself. Plus, the side shoots are just as tasty and versatile as the main head, so don't let them go to waste. Once you've harvested your broccoli, it's important to clean it well. Rinse the heads and shoots under cool running water to remove any dirt or tiny insects that might be hiding in the florets. After washing, gently shake off the excess water and let the broccoli air dry for a few minutes. Store your fresh broccoli in the refrigerator, ideally in the crisper drawer, where it will stay crisp and delicious for up to a week. If you have a big harvest, you can also blanch and freeze broccoli to enjoy it for months to come. When you're ready to eat your homegrown broccoli, the possibilities are endless. You can steam it for a classic tender side dish, roast it in the oven for a nutty, caramelized flavor, or toss it into a hot skillet for a quick stir-fry. Broccoli is also fantastic in soups, salads, casseroles, and even as a crunchy raw snack with your favorite dip. Experiment with different cooking methods to find your favorite way to enjoy this versatile vegetable. There's truly nothing like the taste of fresh, homegrown broccoli. It's sweeter, more flavorful, and more tender than anything you'll find at the store. Sharing a meal made with your own harvest is a special experience, one that brings satisfaction and pride to every bite. So savor your broccoli bounty and enjoy the fruits of your gardening labor.